Hi, and thanks for tuning on this video. I first darken the video to make sure I cover all the spots on my face. I don't have a very smooth face. I have smooth maybe, but a lot of dark spots. When you are a little bit fair, though when we try to brighten up our skin, then sometimes it doesn't look as fair as we used to be. But I still try to cover these spots, which it has been giving me a lot of problem because of my facial hairs. Now I try to make some lines on my face to make sure that this makeup looks a little bit okay, not really a 100%
exactly the kind of makeup I make
like
before I
not
come
really
to
the
make
kind
my
of makeup
videos.
that you say,
So
oh, this is it, how I draw the lines. Initially, it was very difficult for me to make up like this because I was not used to making up because of a lot of things in my hand to do. I was always in a rush to go out. So I learned now how to make these new lines on my face to make it look exactly how I want it. Is a kind of not really my thing to draw lines like this. I have another way I would have draw it instead, but it's somehow like preferable to most people like this, so I did it like this. Then I'm trying to see a way to make sure that these lines are exactly where it's supposed to stop according to my kind of face or test how I want to do my own, because some people like to do these lines really short, or some people exaggerate by making it longer. I could say I'm among those people who exaggerate in making it long because I think it suits my face, since I have a bright face at the same time long face or whatever you think it is in your own opinion. Then I have this bright eye lines here under. I can't really say, because I used to see my mother struggle a lot with this eye pencil. Every day she cannot just go out without drawing a line in this her eyes. Now I realize the reasons that there in our eyes is very bright than our skin, is very like kind of white. If you even look at it, you might think I'm lacking some vitamins through how it looks like, but I just try to cover it. Now understand why she was doing that. Try to cover it, but in a tiny line, because these days these lines are not really made bold like it used to be. So I try as much as making it like this, and it's good when I use this eye pencil. It's always good, the eyeliner, whatever you choose. It's always good to, for me, what suits me is this one that is not really showing much, because when it shows much, it's a kind of too much. And most of the problem I have is this spot here on my neck because of my hairs, because I have to kind of razor at least 2-3 times in a week. It's not really so bold like this, but just this point from there and here and there. And when you razor this thing before, it's like that increasing, but no matter how it increase, I still try to do it however I can to make sure that I keep it in a way that it looks a little bit good. But thank God it's not a very strong hair, but this spot is not leaving me. And because of my fairness a little bit, this fair that is not so white, I have a lot of spots in my face. Whenever you look, you will see that on my face. Whenever you look, you see that I have dark spots here, fair there, dark spots here. I'm not really using all that extreme lightening cream. Even lightening cream using now is very good. If you watch around my neck how good it looks, but my face is a kind of problem. Just like this, my knuckle also is a kind of problem. There are some areas it seems as if they don't want to brighten up, or that every time I have this spot on my face. Usually I would really like to leave my face like this and appear naturally in all my videos, but I can't really afford that, simply because these spots on my face wouldn't let me be. So I try to smoothen them a little bit however I can to make sure that everything is equal, though I will put a little bit thicker powder or foundation in the places where they are more darker. This is the first layer I'm making, and actually I don't make too much layers, but it's just that wherever the dark spots are, I try to cover it the more and see how I head. If you can see the eye area or by the side of my eye, you see I put a lot there, and then above my eye like that I keep smoothing it. It's oh God, well, glory be to God. Yeah, we thank God for everything. He knows the reason why. Maybe I wouldn't also be looking like this if I don't have them. I just take it as part of my life. And sometimes I also try to brighten them or cure them. But this thing, because I tell cosmetics myself, if this is a kind of cosmetics problem, I think I can handle it. But I think maybe this thing is somehow coming from the inside somehow. I don't know why. It's like not really going. It's like not really lesson. Yeah. No matter how I do it, I've used all types of products. I've tried all what I have, even the ones people will tell us I will order it to see how it works. It's not really working for me, but I'm still going to look into it and see if there's something allergy or something my body is reacting to. I usually don't have allergy, but there must be something. I don't really used to have this spot as I was young, so there must be something that's reacting on my body. Could it be old age? This can also be old age that's making me look like this. Maybe the face has been used so much. I've been too long here on earth, or what is it that's making this spot not to clear off as it's used to? Instead it's just there. It's just there. If this one goes, another one come. Like I cannot just stay without having this spot on my face, like I need all these spots on my face to exist or what, because they are not just staying off my business by leaving my face so comfortably okay, looking beautiful without spots. So I always do something about this, though it doesn't look as if I'm doing something about it. True, I have a kind of dry skin, not oily face like that, but even at that, I have these rashes, not really pimple on my face, but still I still get a lot of rashes on my face. I've come to accept it, like embrace it, and know how to go about it, that it doesn't look worse than this. At least when I come out, I could at least do a little makeup. But this makeup I'm making on my eye here, it just to look a little bit younger than I'm looking now. Because if the eyes are weak, then it looks as if we are too stressed. So I just put this foundation powder here to just have a kind of lift, or this contrast it gives when you look at it, that looks like feel good than really looking like a zip, to brighten the eyes, to make this place look a little bit brighter and wider. Then when you look at my eyes, like my eyes is very wide open, like the young people will look. So this is it, and this covering also some of those spots. I will say, if I'm asked, that my skin doesn't like removing these hairs on it. This is what is irritating it. Each hair you pull leaves a kind of spot, like wound, irritated. I don't know what it is. Even from the eye area, the same. Then this is me covering this natural black marks here, which I don't intend to bleach or brighten, because I have this for long. It's not from cream or from anything. This natural black here, I don't know where it's coming from. Maybe this natural black is coming from the black spots on my hand. Is it black or darker side of my knuckles? Maybe that is that. I have this every time. This place I'm covering is one of those spots that come from when I razor my eye lines like that. So I have every time that place a little bit darker than the other side. This is still the me making my eye look a little bit brighter. So I'm trying to shade some of the dark areas. That is the place I put the eyeliner, that the eyeliner is not very wide or very thick. The black should look a kind of brown or less area rubbed, marked, that the line doesn't look too bold. That is it. This is me shaping my nose, that it looks a little bit smaller, though this nose is big. I don't know what I would do to make this nose look smaller, but I just tried my best to make it look a little bit smaller, like shaped kind of. Yeah, I really love talking, or I better say it in a very baptismal name, give it a very lovely name by saying, I like expressing myself. It gives me so much fun to express myself because I really want somebody to understand my intentions, what I'm doing, and how I see what I'm doing. This is why I like to express myself. And now that I can talk, why not? Before, over the years, I couldn't really express things how I want to express them or talk. So I really enjoyed it, sharing this video with you, talking with you sometime, like sometimes like you're in front of me, I'm trying to tell you my mind, what's going on, what I'm thinking, like a friend, sharing with you how my day is. So this is it, how I shaped my nose. This is my big nose, you know, shape it a little bit and to make sure that those places that are a little bit deep and the curved, that they are really covered. And here I always use the brighter foundation or powder to make my face on top of my face near my hair. Why? Because on top of my under my hair, the lines there is bright because I'm naturally fair. So when I put it dark, the scalp looks then bright, while these lines that I make usually dark here on the forehead side is dark. So I have to use a color that is closer to it. I hope you understand me. I say I use this brighter color upper of my head simply because my scalp is bright. So when I use something darker, it's going to show that that front side is darker and my scalp is brighter. That's why I use the brighter one to do this. And it matches perfectly to it, if not more than perfect, than when I use the darker one. Then it looks as if it's my skin that I didn't even rub something. These lines that demarcates where you rub the makeup and your natural hair, it blends so well that it's, for me, better to use this brighter one than the darker one. So this I've been doing it. So this is me. When you're not seeing me, I'm trying to take the makeup better. I'm sorry I couldn't show you this makeup because the place has placed it and where I put my camera was in a small corner where it's brighter in this room, where it's very, very bright. So if I didn't do it like this, I won't be seeing the camera very well. And this is my first time of making this video in the camera. Sometimes even it seems to me like I'm not seeing what I'm doing very well. I'm not seeing the lines very well. Mostly this side I'm making now, it's like I'm not really seeing the lines because I looking at it in the camera very close. It's not as same thing as looking at it in the mirror. So this is how I try to do all these things to make the line a little bit longer. I'm using the powder to push the line a little bit longer to make it curve like this than when I use another eyeliner to start rubbing it again. So I use this always like this to push it to make it longer and sharp. You can see here now it looks as if this player again, I'm correcting it. Yes, it's better now because it wanted to come a little bit down than before. And this thing I'm turning here, and I'm turning that place to look at the mirror to see if the way I'm seeing it in the camera I'm looking at, because I've tried to make this makeup many times to show you, but I didn't make it because whenever I do it, the videos were not really showing, because wherever I stayed was like too far away from the camera, and I tried it from the mirror, it was not going. So for me, making this thing directly on the camera like this was my best option, that is showing more than the other places I try to do it. So this is it. I'm still correcting these lines. I don't know why I like to do this thing that it has a kind of this V shape here, this like triangle, big triangle there, instead of leaving it really round. I prefer it like this. I prefer it like this because it looks a kind of sharp. I'm getting old and the face is no longer looking how it used to do, a kind of not let's say how it used to be, because 10 years and this my age now is not the same. So I try to give it this curve because it makes this corner from my turn my eyes like I want to wash the upper part of that curve, and at the same time looking down, it seems to me as if my face is lifted with this shape of the eyeliner, with this shape. But when I didn't do it like this, then it seems to me like it's a kind of boring. It's not looking that beautiful like on my face, because only these lines makes it look interesting and well shaped for me. Whenever the last place by the end is like lifted up instead of going down, it makes it look as if it's better for my face like this. And here I try to a kind of shape, because there in the front of it, it looks as if most hair there is gone. It's there, the hair is like baby hair, it's like the hairs there are lessened. So I try to make it look as if it's a little bit full, though here most people don't really make it dark, but I try to kind of sharpen it, because there is like the hair started slim instead of fat by my own. Other people's own is kind of full. I kept looking at this mirror, because this mirror is like showing me exactly what my eye is used to seeing. I'm seeing it another way here than I'm seeing it when I look in this camera. The camera is like a kind of too big. It's not what I'm used to. The way I'm feeling about rubbing, it's like I'm not seeing the shape. It's like I don't understand this view I'm having in the camera to be able to rub or shape these lines the way I would really want it, or that is easy for me, and shape it easily. That place is making it a little bit complicated for me to look at it at the camera. This is why I turned to this mirror to just have a more visible view on the lines. And this is also why I choose to make my mascara here, because here I will see it better than I'm seeing it in the camera, so that it doesn't paint or rub other places, because to clean it might be a little bit complicated, or make me rub it a second time, or even make it much, or think it's less. When it's much, then to be a kind of problem to get it in order, or when this brows are kind of gum together. So because also I make the downside, most people don't make the downside, because I really have there also eyelashes, but because it's bright, the color of my eyelashes is a kind of light brown. It now seems as if no one is seeing it that I have them. So it also does not fit me to be without it showing. It makes me view more old. When I'm talking about this old, old, it looks as if I have something against old. I don't have something against old. I'm happy about it, but I'm just facing and telling you the reality why things are the way they are. Because if I was younger, this would have been a little bit darker, like I used to know it, and it would also be fuller, or maybe stand out than the way it's falling and making like it looks so invisible. This is me correcting the dots points from the what's it called mascara, because it just dropped, and when I clean it another way with wiping it or any other thing, it will make more other places, rub other places. So I use this thing they used to wipe the ear, and with cotton bud also. This is what I use to clean it. Like when I come too closer to the camera, you can see the foundation or powder under my eyes looks as if it looks so thick, but this is because I'm so close to the camera. Even the rashes on my face, you can see now more, because I'm really close to the camera for me to see what is going on with the mascara that's I rubbed or dropped wrongly. So this means trying to cover those white eye lines I'm telling you I have, that my mother have it too also, where she was every time fighting with eye pencil when she was younger, or maybe in her 50s, 60s. So when she can really take care of herself, not now that she's a little bit old. So this is it, rubbing this thing to cover that place to make it a little bit natural, not too much. And these lines are looking also so big like this because I'm really so close to the camera. That's why it looks as if it's so big like this, so much and so transparent. Is that not? When you go a little bit back, you see it looks a little bit faded than when you're closer. But the closer I'm coming, it's just for me to get the line straight and to be able to make it a little bit tinier than for it to be much. So it's really less. And if I was not doing it like this, it will be very easy to make because I just put my hand under the lines and make it. But this one I'm making it like a kind of between inside the eye, not inside the eye, inside the eye line and outside it where the hairs is not really at the outer part, but the eye pencil where the dark side is a little bit big, at the same time is the eye you are avoiding not to make yourself much pain or to put this in really inside your eye. This is why it looks as if some part of it are at the outer part of the eyes. So this is it, me also trying to clean this thing, wipe this thing really that no one will see with this cotton bud made for cleaning the ear, to see that this thing remains natural and clean without wiping most of the makeup out also. So this is it. This place keep getting white and I kept getting unsatisfied because I'm too critic. Even when I used to make hair, I always criticize what I'm doing because I want the best of it, that it looks so good. So I think this is the best I can do in this eye area. Yeah, this thing me wiping all the excess. Since I found out that I can use this thing to wipe some of the over makeup, I find this very good. I learned this from my kids. They always use this to correct their makeup, that it's easy for them to wipe. So I always buy a lot of this, what's it called now? I don't know what's called again, to use and wipe my makeup in case I rub anything and I think it's getting excess or I didn't like how it is. I want to correct it, like my eyeliners, anything. I just use it to wipe it. True, you can try it. It's very good to use and wipe these things down. For you to use cotton bud or use your brushes to correct it, because in your brushes it's already powder. Even when it's empty, there's nothing on it. It's going to clear up the makeup. True, try this and confirm. I really like it. So this is me going over the powder to make sure that everything is okay. In this eye area, I'm using something that is lighter than the foundation I used before. Maybe you can also see how it is. I don't know how it's showing by you, but I use it a little bit lighter. And sometimes I go over it like 3 times, 4 times to make it look richer, because there it workens the eyes, that the eyes that are weak are no longer weak with these lines I make. And then like this, I'm not really a makeup person somehow, but this thing, because many people are telling me, makeup, why do you come out without makeup? And somebody who has these bright eyelashes should really make up to make it look as if I'm well prepared to be here, not to come here with very weak eyes and kind of sleepy eye, in short. So this is it. Some of the places that is more thick, I'm trying to correct. So that's it. Just make it. And this making up sometimes encourages us, while you are making up, you're like me, a kind of going over in my head what I'm about to do. It motivates me, like, oh, this is time, like a soldier getting ready for war. Yeah, like, oh God, now I'm getting ready. This is it. In a few minutes, I'll be there. I will face the world and I will tell them my mind and let them know what is going on in my head. And this is what I wish to do and share with you people, that kind of, like you were alone before, not ready to talk to anybody, and from nowhere you are like, okay, this is time, this is it, getting ready. This really getting ready is good. It's like motivating. It's like oh God, fortifying, whatever you choose to call it, but this is what it is for me. Yeah, getting ready to make video is for me like this. Then I come to the lip area. You can see here, it's like I didn't clean the powder I used before. I'm just putting something over it because it will make it a little bit bright than for me to put it on my own lips. Then it will make it a little bit dark. So I'm using the powder, the rest of the powder on my lips to do it. Then I kind of put another lipstick down there. This lipstick is a kind of the powder color, is between brown and thereabouts. So I brought a dark purple color, a kind of between purple and red, but it's more of purple than red, to just use to darken the upper part of the lip. This is how I rub my own lipstick, by trying to rub it like this, a kind of wiping it out. Okay, there's this a friend of my friend, she always say, when you use this thing to wipe the lipstick, are you then rubbing it or you're wiping it? I say, my kind of rubbing lipstick is a kind of wiping instead of rubbing, because I don't want it to really thick like that. And mostly I don't like lipsticks that you can look at and you say what the color is. I just like to rub the mixture of whatever that's comes out. And sometimes I don't, or most times I don't have exactly a color in my mind to rub. It's when I come up and start missing it and missing it. Whatever comes out, that's my lipstick for that very day. So that's it, yeah. I just have a lot of them, and when I come, I just a lot. I mean, yeah, it's 7, 8 types of them. Not that I have a lot, but it's okay for me. I'm more satisfied with it. So I will just rub it and miss it and miss it. Wherever come and I stop then wherever I get satisfied. And I think this matches to my makeup today, or it matches to what I'm going to wear. That's the style. That's the lipstick for that very day. So that will be the color for that very day, let's say. So this is me trying to clean it. Mostly the edges that will touch the outer part of my lips. I really like to smoothing it, like wiping it out, that it will just look, when I conclude it, like I had lipstick that I just wiped out, and this is the rest of it in my lips, on my lips. It sounds so funny, but truly, this is how it is. This is a very perfect explanation of how I make up, or how I rub this lipstick. Let's say you have a lipstick that has this so color, and when you wipe it out, you know what will remain of it. That's what I always leave in my lips. That's my makeup. I just love it like that because it fits me. I always think that my face is a kind of face that anything I put on it, it looks as if I put too much. Yes, that is a good description. Everything I put on my face looks to me as if it's too extreme. No matter how I try to make it less, it looks as if it's too exaggerating. So because of this, I've learned to reduce whatever that comes to my face. But this eye pencil with the eyeliner, I'm still struggling with it. I mean the eyeliner that I have to carve above my eyes. I'm still struggling with it, how I can make it, or what kind of eyeliner, eye pencil I will buy that will help me, that when I'm rubbing it on it, it will look so like it's not there. I hate this kind of eye pencil that you rub on your face that is making much color, like this darkened black or what. So I always use the kind of black that is in, I don't know if I should call it silver black. I should not also call it brown, because I don't put brown on my eyeliner. Instead, I use it on my eyes, lashes, on my lips. But the one I rub above this eye pencil, I always like to use something that is not showing the black, that the black is like off, that's not multiplying the colors when you're going through it. That's the type I like to use. So I hope it's making sense what I'm trying to describe here. I'm trying to describe this kind of eye pencil that when you rub it, they're not so dark black. And sometimes they're looking like they want to look like pencil, the color of pencil, like this dark silver color. So this dark silver color that want to look like black. So when you rub it, you need to rub it many times, because when you're rubbing it and you're trying to shape it and it's showing this dark color, so it's too much. So I try to rub it and rub it and rub it, and the color is not changing. Like you're rubbing it, color is not coming up. That you can make 6 lines on it and it still look the same. This is the kind of eye pencil I use. I hope you know what I'm saying, and this eye pencil, you've come across it. I really love such than the ones that you rub 1 line, 2 lines, it's getting so dark, like somebody just went somewhere and took charcoal and rub on your face. It's not really passing to my face. And this, what I'm doing was just to correct those lines, those dark spots on my lips, the excess colors that transferred from my lips to the side of my lips, and at the same time using some powder to make it look so thick, because when I feel it like this with powder, rub it many times, it looks as if it's so full Look at how it looks. You see, looks as if it's so full, not really looking like it's so empty, like you have this side of the mat a little bit, because that's where our wrinkles are coming from. Then it looks as if it's so wrinkled, or so deep, or like one is so hungry. I don't know how I'm going to put it, but for me, when I rub it around there, it looks for me like a little bit fuller, like a little bit like I wipe out those things that makes me show how old I am, and that's it. I'm not also saying I look that old like that. It doesn't really matter. One day it will come. I can't wait, because it's a people who are alive who can stay and say, oh, I'm old. Because if you didn't make it, you won't be saying you're old. So I'm happy, and I thank God for everything. But it's just for you to make it look a little bit plumpier. That's the best word than when you didn't make it like this. Call it plumpier. This is like, look as if you just blow some air into your mouth and then try to push it a little bit. That's what it's all about. As you can see, I'm using the brighter color to also shade those lines and those colors just a little bit, and I'm going to trim it and rub it until it disappears. So this is how I do it. So I can't really tell you how many times. So I just rub it as long as I could say it's okay now, and everything has blended, or I'm satisfied with it, so I leave it like that. So this is how I do it, and it really looks good the way I see it. Because this brighter color makes it looks as if it's upper, like swollen than the other side, Then I rub also this side. I always rub it in this shape, like this round, or sometimes also I make it V, I think so. Yeah, this is it. I'm rubbing it on this line to make my face look a little bit brighter or well shaped. After I finish darkening the side with a darker one. That's it, guys. So thank you so much for watching so far. Thank you so much. Please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel. I'll be so grateful. You guys are trying for subscribing already. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you so much. So this is it. Just wanted to show you my real face because my face is not really looking so smooth like this. But I know sometimes also it looks smooth, that there are no rashes. I will also show you one of these days. Because if really my face were with that spot, wow, why am I bothering myself? I just put eye pencil and put, I know. It would make life a little bit easier for me. But I know this will come. Whatever it is that is reacting to my body, I'm going to find whatever it is. Even if it means eating one food at every week to know whatever it is that's reacting, I will find out what that thing is. I now have this sensitive skin, and dryness. They can also come from this dryness. I have this extreme dry face that is bringing these rashes, and when the rashes go, it leaves this it leaves this spot on my face. So what can I call it? Semi rashes. So this is me bringing you guys this video today. I just wish you have enjoyed this video. You like me opening up to you about how I hide this my spot when I come to you. But I am sure you people might have seen by the side here this dark spots here. Sometimes when you watch the video, maybe this is how I cover it. And among all the this thing I buy, I use, I think I really like this one. This one helps me a lot because it covers very well. I always put this in behind my ear because those sides are like a kind of brighter than my face, and by the side of my cheek. So this is why I rub it to that place to then cover those brighter side, that the whole place have the same shape. So I was saying, umo here. Ndoma, good people, good people. Something like that. We always say something like this in my language. So that was what I just said. So there's it. I didn't really talk much. I was mostly singing, and here I was saying, "Yeah, is there anything I did wrong? Eyebrow. Is that it, or is there anything I'm forgetting?" That was it. This is me blowing to see if there's any place I see reflection on my list, where it's small, where it's much. I really sometimes take time. Yeah, I'm seeing something. Yeah, I saw it now. Something that looks like it's too much. So this is it. I just use my hand to remove it, which is not really good. But I've taken so much of your time. I thank you so much and I appreciate. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye. Thank you.